guys, I think we've got to calibrate these jaws.
Before we can test the jaguar's bite, we have to make sure our biomechanical cat has the same jaw strength as a real one. The team uses a pressure sensor, a load cell, to measure the bite force as hydraulic power increases.
We're at 250 pounds already. So we're at 380. There's 495. Oh, yeah.
That's 600, so that'll perfect. No, you know,
Gonna go up another 50.
I'm guessing if you got a cat that's getting attacked, he'll ramp up his bite power.
Well, the other thing is don't believe in statistics.
Exactly.
You can always go a little bit higher than the average.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, it's true.
Every statistician tell you I can.
You can always go 2 standard deviations higher than mean and still be accurate. So
you see, higher than mean.
not a mean jaguar, Dave.
Statisticians, hey. I think that's about perfect. I mean, if 500 is the average, this guy's gonna be a little bit bigger than the average. Plus, I think behaviorally, when you're in a fight, and a fight to the death, you're gonna be barking as hard as you can. So can we take this load cell out here and start smashing some things up here? Let's do it. Let's test these jaws, see what they can bite.
All right.
With our cat's bite power locked off at 600 pounds, it now has the same jaw strength as a real jaguar. Time for some tests. First, the crew needs to know if the rig works properly. They'll try it out on a few everyday items, like a can of soda.
Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, bite it!
This cat definitely has a can-do attitude.
Look at that guy.
Wow, that's impressive.
All right. Okay, let's see what happens to this coconut here.
It's more like a skull, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a skull. I mean, you've got the soft parts in the middle and you've got the hard parts on the outside.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah, crush this thing.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1, bite it! Oh, that was teeth. There's a tooth right under Jonathan's foot.
Yep.
I'll check the do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dave, I think this belongs
Who
to
decided
you.
to buy the cast iron coconut?
We've broken the tips of our big cat's teeth. That's a disaster for an animal that lives by hunting.
That's actually one of the biggest problems with cats as they get older. They'll actually break their teeth and then not be able to hunt anymore. That's actually why they become man-eaters. They can't kill, hard prey, so they go after us wimpy humans.
Before we move on to realistic prey, our experts decide what behavior they'll need to recreate in the lab.
The important part about the jaguar, like we discussed in the design meeting, is going to be the teeth and the claws. If he gets a hold of that snake with either of his weapons, the snake's in big, big trouble.
If.
Yeah,
That's the big word.
Have a look here. Now, he's stalking along the beach there. I mean, he catches it right there. I mean, the lunge, that whole impact power of the cat is to come in, when he grabs onto it, those teeth, I mean, sure, there's the biting force, but there's also the impact of the momentum of the cat coming forward. And it actually sounds quite gross. He's going to stick a canine in either ear, and they just squish the skull. Now, I was looking at your delicate little snake skull, and if he gets his teeth on that skull, it's over.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
One punch.
If he bites on that skull, the anaconda's going to have some problems.
Nobody has studied the impact of a jaguar bite in the wild. Try to inspect a real big cat's kill, and you could become one. So the lab team will model the bite to the skull using a carcass from a pig farm. And instead of tangling with a real jaguar, they'll let our biomechanical cat provide the answer to their first question. Does the jaguar crush the skull or simply pierce it with those long canines?
This is a specific way the jaguar kills a capybara. Capybara's head is very similar size to that. So I think it's a great display of how they'll kill a capybara-sized animal. Okay, do you want to give this thing a bite?
Okay.
Jonathan, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, Mike, you ready?
Yep, ready to go.
3, 2, 1, bite it! Okay, I didn't even give a slightest problem with that skull.
The test shows the skull bite is a surgical strike that pierces the head in several places, a deadly hunting technique.
You can see here now it went right under the ear, It went right into the brain
yeah.
case, straight in the brain case.
Well, because we reckoned it had just crushed it.
Yeah, I mean, it did. It basically, both teeth went straight into the brain case, and that animal's dead. Once that's happened,
Yeah, that's
you can
pretty
say
massive.
there's nothing happening.
Yeah, I mean, if the jaguar can get the anaconda's head into its mouth and bite down, then pretty much it's over.
What about the snake's body? Would the anaconda's skin provide any defense against the jaguar's 600-pound bite?